Hello and welcome to this special conversation with Dr. Basab Mukherjee on multiple issues: sports nutrition, reproductive health, issues pertaining to Indian athletes, some things that generally go under the radar. And today I will want to quiz Dr. Mukherjee to gain some insights which will go on and help our athletes. Dr. Mukherjee, if I can start with the question that a lot of our athletes come from relatively underprivileged backgrounds and rural hinterlands and areas which are not really serviced with proper medical facilities. So have very little idea about sports science and nutrition. Your thoughts on that and how we as a society can help them better in terms of providing them with access and how much that can make a difference to Indian sport. Your first thoughts?
Thank you, Bhatia, for that question. I think it's so important that it all starts with the nutrition. And nutrition is an essential component of bodybuilding, especially in the formative years, in the youth. And there's so many diseases in women's health, and specifically dealing with low hemoglobin concentrations called anemia and low protein intake. Now, that's something which is a very integral part of development in the beginning. Because I remember you saw that movie in which the young athletes were fed with chicken, and that was the reason for the protein supplements, that they realized that that's something important in muscle building and to make your strong and healthy bodies. So that's a very integral part. Awareness generation is something which we do in small at an organization level, and that is something which really is the need of the hour at the schools and in the early formative years when people are taking up athleticism or sports as a career. They would definitely need to focus on their own health, and nutrition is what comes in the first line.
People don't even know. जाने ही ना, पता ही नहीं है. So how does one get this done? I mean, how does one get to a Basab Mukherjee? Because these athletes don't have the access. So if we were to develop this kind of foundation or this chain so that we can actually have a kind of revolution in India, they don't have an idea about nutrition, they don't have an idea about reproductive health, they're asked to choose between motherhood and sport, oftentimes give up sport, and we lose on talented individuals. How do we address such issues in the country?
I think there are already. I think you have sports academies which are trying to spot talent. I think that's something which is going on in competitions, and that's somehow spotting talent is one of the ways. So once you spot talent, then you bring them under your guard, let's say, or then you start to work on them, and then to try to infuse them with the information and the education that they need. But if you ask me that if they're just lying there in the countryside, if they're out there where you haven't recognized them or they don't know what to do, there's very little bit that we can really say. A lot of it comes through your normal education. Some of it comes through the midday meal scheme for the government of India. That's just this very small, tiny way in which trying to get some nutrition in for school children. But again, every drop counts, and this is the way that people will learn. There's no easy solution to it, Bhatia. That there's something which we can tell you that that it changes everything. But at the same time, it's just small steps, awareness, more of education. Once your education comes in, the health literacy kicks in a little bit, and then people are more aware about what they need to eat, what they need to have in their bodies to develop into sports person.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you joining.
Thank you, Mr. Majumdar. Thank you very much.
How have you, two parts, how have you dealt with bubble life and this whole issue of mental health, number one? And number two, when you play, you've had a hard day on the field, how do you unwind?
Yeah, firstly, I would like to say that bubble life is hard, but it has this pandemic has been very hard for all of us. So somehow it is a hope for the people who are watching at home. So we have to take the step back from the tiredness or whatever we have due to the bubble and enjoy the game for them. The people who are watching us, supporting us from home. And secondly, I enjoy the bubble life with my guitar. I like to play guitar and listen to music. And also, I like to talk with my family over the phone and with my friends, with my school friends, cricket friends. I like to interact with them, talking about everything aside from cricket. Whatever is going on in their life. I look to ease pressure talking with my friends. And the bubble life, it has been hard, but there are some ways. I like to watch movies. I'm a huge movie freak.